afternoon, welcome to my channel. I'm Thomas Sim, PA2066. Today is 18th of December 2021. Sarawak election day. Anyway, for this short video, I like to introduce to you a website that I have finished redesign. This website is named as findWHERE.info. Tagline for this website is geo-linking advertising opportunities. Okay. Let me begin by showing you the landing page. This is the landing page with the menu bar on the top with membership towards the right hand side, dashboard, login and logout button, index, about us, video, project, home and map. So in the add linkages, you can see when the pull down menu, you can see that there are 8 linkages. I name you the 8 linkages. First is property, vehicle, second, third is eateries, fourth is bakery, fifth is shop and healthcare medicine, sixth is business and education, seven is sports and recreation, and number 8 is tourism and accommodation. So you can browse through each individual subcategory in the landing page of the website. And added with the two which are not geo linkages. Not geo linkages. One is location, another one is agent. So this one is the region. For a lot of reason that I have to include the locations is because under a address, like say you have the state, and in the state there is a city. Within the city there will be divisions, and within the divisions there will be smaller townships by the local names, developer name. We mean it to say, like for example, Kuching, you have Kuching division, but you have also regions like Tabuan Jaya, local names that are developed by the individual developers. So these are not really a geographical address, but then they are called in by that name, by the locals in that area. And regions are also tagged to agents and agencies. These are not address of the place, so they can be an agent moving around in a few places. So agents also has a identity tag to that particular area he is active at. The objective of today's video recording is to give you a good navigation of the available features of this website, findWHERE.info. So to go into the single page, you can go to individual geo-link, so-called archive page. So this is the archive page for properties. So all these properties listed will be collected in this particular archive page with the search panel on the side. So this search panel gives you the allowance of selecting listing from the pull down window, which gives you the states to select. Among the states, you can also see the particular township. Like in this case, I'm from Kuching. I can actually check Kuching. So you type into city towns, the particular township name, then you can see there are 3 property under the listing Kuching. So by pressing the selection of Kuching, you can see the so-called selected listing under this geographical area. And again, you can choose the price range. Of course, by moving this price range, you can sub-select the budget amount of your property, because there are also rental which is below 1,000 or above 1,000, so property for sale. But the rest the two of the others are property for rent, because RENT, rent. That's why the pricing is less. After a selection of pricing, you can also select by types of property. So types of property includes, of course, all property types, bungalow types, double story, terrace, corner, factory type, land, mall, single story, semi-D, double story, semi-D, can be a double story, intermediate, or a single story terrace. Under the different common nomenclature. Of course, you have the strata commercial units and also strata residential units like apartment with lift and without lift, townhouses or upper or lower part of the townhouses, and of course they are warehouse and for industrial use. So these category types also streamline your search. Similarly, we have also for rent and for sale. So like in this case, the selected area is Kuching. There are 3 properties, 1 for sale, 2 for rent. So now I sub-select it as for rent only. Then the selection will come out with the 2 which is actually for rent. And this way you can start filtering those you are not interested. Upon having done your selection and you want to reset the selection, there is a reset button. So when you press the reset button, the whole selection will go back to the original state. So this is the feature that is incorporated into every archive page, which is the main selection of page. So the main selection of page will always have the state selection, township selection, and a reset button. Of course, advertisement like for restaurant, there will be no single pricing. So therefore, there is no price range for selection. So this is the build of the website, having 8 linkages with each having an archive page. And let's look at the single advertisement page. So this is a single advertisement page for location. A person who has put up the advertisement. The side of the right hand side is for 24 featured advertisement. These are sections of advertisement where only allow members to pause. The layout of the content, after that there is a rating system for rating of this particular advertisement, following which there is 2 buttons here. One is show my favorite and the other one is add to my favorite. Later on we will revisit these 2 functions. Beneath it is actually a 6 pictures where it can be click and then zoom in. You can have a zoom and you can also show it in the whole page. So this is a common function to allow a gallery view of the individual images. Let us proceed. The map function of this advertisement has 2 sections. One is the single map, whereby the particular location of this listing, this advertisement, in this case, it is actually a Stotong Community Market, and the Stotong Community Market actually located at the address shown in the map. At the address shown in the map. Of course, there is a way to open up the map to show the full map to view in the larger map. So when you choose to view in the larger map, it will open up a whole page of a Google Map. And this allows easier navigation, of course, to check the surrounding areas. Similarly, on the right hand side of the locality map, there is a surrounding properties and locality map. So this particular Google Map collects the surrounding area, the listing that is surrounding to this property. So let us click 33 here, and it will come out all the surrounding property that is surrounding to area of Kuching. So here is 16, very nearby Tabuan Jaya, there is 16, and you can see all the different pin drops, and each individual pin drop has got a picture with the listing name as well as a click button for a more detailed view of this particular advertisement. So you can click on the read more and you will be directed to a single page of advertisement of the property that is along this area. So the same layout with the images, 6 images, and also 2 sections or 2 columns of the Google Map. After this Google Map, there will be 2 contact form. So first is the get in touch form for any inquiry by a visitor to the advertiser. That means the person who has put up this advertisement, you can send an email, submit to this particular advertiser. The other contact form is for claiming this advertisement. Take for example, we go back to such an area where you may see a eatery, and this particular eatery happen to be your interest eatery. That means you are the operator of the eatery lah. In this case, it is a mee sapi beef noodle advertisement, and this mee sapi advertisement seems to have gathered patronage, and now you are the owner of this restaurant or owner of this eatery, and you want to claim to own this particular advertisement. Because the idea is this advertisement is actually a copyrighted advertisement by the initiator or the creator of this advertisement. So when times comes and the advertisement seems to have gained influence, the owner of the outlet may want to own this advertisement by claiming it from the advertiser who actually was just helping up in putting the advertisement. So at the end, this advertisement would facilitate future promotion campaigns as well as incentive for visitors to keep on visiting this advertisement. So this locality layout has got all the linkages in a portion which is below the contact forms. So all these are linkages that is shown in full. Under the advertisement, this region has got property for sale and for rent. It has got all the outlets of good eateries within the region, bakeries, vehicles, education activities, medical amenities, recreations and sports, as well as tourism and accommodations. So this is the idea where a visitor to an advertisement be linked to the surrounding amenities and the surrounding properties that may assist decision making in the purpose of going to this location. At the end, each individual single page of the advertisement has a comment section where a visitor can give comment of this particular advertisement. So this is a layout of a single advertising page of findWHERE.info. So it is common to all the ad linkages, and each and every linkages has the button at the bottom in a simplified manner. Let us go to the simplified manner. So let us visit one single page of a property, and if you look at the linkages are all in colorful buttons. So all these linkages are in colorful buttons. So this is an agent. There is the locality which this particular property is located at Tabuan Jaya, Kuching. There are many eateries along the same location. Similarly, there are many bakeries in the location. So-called vehicle outlet for sale. So the idea is each visit of a visitor has an allowance to see the advertisement, core purpose of the advertisement, as well as get to know all the surrounding ad linkages of the different types of amenities. Let me direct you to the purpose of the map in the whole totality. So there is a map outside in the whole totality of the region, Malaysia. So if we populate the listings, all the listing would appear in the map. And basically I am in Kuching, so I populate the section of Kuching, and you can see in the map you have all different pin drops. and some are in numbers. So these are like example for 3 in Kuching. This will be the 3 different linkages which shown with map. Read more about Patungan Kuching because that is the region. This is Kuching town. This is one of the car outlets. So by going to this overall map, you can actually see all the listing inside the website for advertisement that has been inserted into findWHERE.info. There is a section for index, and this section for index indeed is an incorporation of the comparative index that I have worked on in contract2you.com, and one of the features is this particular indexing system can give a comparative index between different properties. So by giving an index IPIS as a comparison between 2 different properties. I have also done the index calculation for rental properties and vehicle. Similarly, by clicking the sales index archive page, you can go to a archive page which shows all the properties being compared with the index numbers. Let me show you how to log in and use the favorite button. The favorite button is a feature that I recently incorporated for those users who have signed in. Let us choose a name for Mala. So I am signing in as a subscriber, Mala. Immediately when a subscriber signs in, it will be sent to the dashboard. In the dashboard, if I may mention that there is a membership benefit, and also if a person is a subscriber for a membership, the featured advertisement will be a section where you can input the featured advertisement at the bottom and edit the advertisement. Now for Mala, earlier on I have included eatery advertisement for this dummy subscriber. Now we can see that Mala has a subscription for putting up a free advertisement restaurant Kenyalang Kuching. So this method you are able to make changes to the advertisements. So in this case, let us maybe change location from this particular Dajilai recovery home to another location which is further away. SMK Bandar Kuching. Let's say we move it to SMK Bandar Kuching. So now this modified address can be seen in the front page of the listing website. Let us go back to her advertisement, which is at eateries. Under the eateries, we actually look for Sarawak Kuching. Sarawak, and then Kuching. You type in Kuching because she has her advertisement in Kuching. Now her advertisement is here, Mala's Restaurant Kenyalang Kuching. The changes that we have made just now onto the map, we can verify in the map here, view larger map. Now we have moved the advertisement to here, Bandar Kuching, SMK Bandar Kuching. Earlier on it was here at Dajilai La Recovery Home. It was here. So able to change address as you edit the advertisement. Let's say a person has come to visit the website and found out that the person wants to remember or put it under favorite, so that the next round when the person comes back, he or she can go back to the same favorite content or add to cart. In a lot of e-commerce website, it is called add to cart. So now let's say Mala wants to add the agent, which is Thomas Sim, to her favorite. Then she can do this by adding to my favorite, press the button. So later, as she moved to different advertisement, let's say she seen this particular advertisement for Cozy Square for rent and interested in renting, she can also put it as add to her favorites. By doing so, going to further browsing, let's say browsing of different properties. Let's say now there is a similar type of property in the same Cozy Square, and she wants to see whether she can go back and compare her previous favorite added. She can always click the show my favorite button. Clicking this show my favorite button will come out with the two favorite lists that was added. First was the agent, and second was this particular listing, which is Cozy Square furnished for rent. As she was in the advertisement here, for a comparison, she can go through as well as going to the favorite and click on the one that is added onto the cart. So this added to the cart can be immediately retrieved back and compare. So these are the two different advertisements. Although picture wise they look about the same, the same area, the same picture. So this benefit for comparing different advertisement as the visitor browse the plentiful types of geolinkages, then it facilitate the navigation of the visitor. So always can go to show my favorites, and it will open up and able to track back those that the person has put under favorite. So now if comparing the two and feeling that this particular advertisement may not be very effective, the visitor can remove from the favorites. So as they remove from the favorites should no more be there. So only left with one. Just now there were two, now only left with one. And in case that the person say I do not want to have anything in my favorites, the person can just go back and click the same as in remove from my favorites. So that means there will be no more available favorite added in the favorite page. So this is the feature that is accompanied when a person is a subscriber. When a person is a subscriber, this feature of add to my favorite is available for the visitor. Now before I forget, there is a section for more knowledge-based sharing. This is the 21 chapter, which is added another one. Currently 22 chapters. Previous it was 21 chapters and 21 plus 1 video recordings in the website for those who are into studying, as well as for those who are interested on more detailed area of real estate investment and selling of properties. You can browse through the other videos as in About Us videos to see the other navigation video recording that I have made. In particular, this particular 11 minutes music video findWHERE, which I have done a brief explanation of how to use the website and what are the business purposes of having all the features and designs in the findWHERE.info. Thank you very much. I am Thomasin PA2066. I hope that the video recording is able to assist you in deciding whether to put advertisement in findWHERE.info for your business networking. Thank you so much.